Made their mark during a difficult time, flying dangerous missions during World War II while also suffering discrimination at home and in the service. And you got the honor of meeting up with them?
I really did. Three men who are really parts of history, and they provided a special history lesson to a younger generation. They are 89, 90, and 91 years old, and were part of what we've come to know as the Tuskegee Airmen.
A lot of people think the Tuskegee experiment was just pilots. They weren't just pilots. They were navigators, they were bombardiers, they were doctors, they were nurses, they were mechanics, they were field personnel. All of those, even the cooks, all of those persons were part of the Tuskegee experiment.
And some of the stories of the 14,000 men and women who were assigned to Tuskegee were told in the 2012 Lucasfilm, Red Tails. So
I was trained to be a mechanic on any kind of airplane, American airplane. And once I was assigned to the fighter squadron, of course, I supported the planes at the 4 different airplanes. We used 4 different fighters at different periods of time. And each one had different engines, different guns.
I've always wanted to be a singer. I can't carry a note.
Retired Major Richard Jennings was a second lieutenant navigator during World War II.
I've got over 2,000 hours as a navigator, and I came back from every trip I made, but I was lucky.
We ran into many obstacles because I had a lot of officers who didn't like Negroes.
These are just 3 of the stories about World War II these veterans are taking to school children whenever they have the opportunity to do so. And on this day, they were at the First Baptist Academy.
My main reason for going around and talking to young people nowadays is to let them know that if you get a good education, work hard, and try, you can accomplish something. Without a good education, you're just wasting your time.
This is the time for them to learn this sort of thing about the history of World War II is what we're talking about. And how better time or place can you get this sort of information except from the people who lived it?
And several students agree.
It's really great just getting to listen to walking, talking history.
They have so many more details that you don't get to hear, and just like their opinions on it that we probably wouldn't hear if we just read it from a book.
You know, it was amazing. It wasn't just the students who were excited about listening to these men tell their stories, because they are all very lucid and on point about a lot of things. The adults were hanging around, you know, watching and listening as well.
Oh, I love it. I could listen to them all day, the stories they have, and they have so much rich history to share with us and to teach us.
And you learn history better when someone is telling you, and you put a personal face to it.
You just feel like you're there. They paint the picture so beautifully.
Exactly.
I'm glad you covered that. It was really interesting to see. Really enjoyed that.
Nice.
And coming up at around 7:45 this morning, our Ruben Dominguez is live at the Wings Over Houston Air Show. If you've never been, it is spectacular, and he's going to be highlighting that.